She looked at me, her eyes sharp, and said she loathed me. Not with anger, not with fatigue, not with indifference, just that single, cold word. It landed in the kitchen, heavy and precise, cutting through the smoke of burnt toast on the counter. It began small, the forgotten faucet, the half-finished tasks, the minor oversights. But as she rattled them off, her voice flattened. And then came that word. 10 years of marriage, 10 years of shared life, distilled into one syllable, loathe. My chest tightened, my hands shook, and I dropped my keys twice as I stuffed them into my pocket. I didn't think. I just needed to escape anywhere that wasn't that kitchen. A quiet voice called after me, "Meet me outside." I turned. Not my wife. It was Rachel, her friend who had stopped by earlier, awkward and silent, standing at the edge of the room while my wife retreated upstairs, door slamming. Rachel lingered a heartbeat, then followed me out. The night air hit like a shock. She leaned against her car, arms folded, face guarded. "She shouldn't have said that," she murmured. I managed a bitter laugh. "She did," I whispered. "Maybe she meant it." Rachel shook her head. "She says things to hurt. Tonight was different." I pressed my palms to my face, trying to stop the world from spinning. To hear the one you gave everything to call you worthless hollowed me. I had long accepted her constant criticism as deserved, the jokes thinly disguised as jabs, the dismissive glances, the small, daily humiliations. Maybe I wasn't enough. Maybe I deserved it. But Rachel's words, steady and unforced, shifted something inside me. She saw me, really saw me. We sat in the car, and I let the story spill. How love had turned cold, how every day felt like proof I didn't belong, how her words shrank me. She listened, without interrupting, without empty comforts. When I had nothing left, she said, simply, "You're not invisible. You're not unlovable. You're with someone who no longer sees you." Small words, fragile and true, that began to root themselves inside me. In the following days, Rachel checked in with texts, coffee left on my doorstep, steady reminders that I wasn't to fold inward. My wife seemed to notice nothing, wrapped in her own world. Another evening, after another brutal argument, she pulled me aside. "You can't keep living like this. She won't change. You can." I wanted to argue, to insist marriage was endurance, to work through hardship. But the truth had been glaring for a long time. We weren't working through anything. She was fighting me. And that clarity hit harder than any argument. Rachel reminded me who I was, the man she'd always admired, the person my wife once bragged about. She believed in me, and that belief sparked something in me. The turning point came quietly, not with a sudden betrayal or fire of passion, but a steady conviction. My life mattered beyond her judgment. Her word, loathe, could not be unsaid. It corroded what remained of our foundation. Eventually, the marriage crumbled. Saying goodbye wasn't heroic. It was survival. Leaving wasn't the end. It was a beginning. Rachel didn't try to replace the past or erase the pain. She helped me reclaim the pieces of myself I'd lost, dignity, confidence, the stubborn belief that I deserved love without conditions. Looking back, it's not the cruel words that hold power, it's the gentle ones spoken in the dark. "Meet me outside." Those words pulled me from the shadows, from a house that had become a cage. They reminded me I wasn't alone, that someone could still see me, and that a life where I was valued awaited me.